Hey, what's up, guys? Today is a episode of Spilling the Tea, Pantsfia podcast. I'm Max Berger, and in addition to being the product man, never mind. This is my Trenton co-host.
I'm your Trenton?
Yeah.
I am nobody's Trenton. Hi, I am Trenton Johnson, your co-host today. We'll be talking to Pennsylvania seniors Anikka, Mack, and Nevaeh Berlin about how they're feeling as graduation gets closer. We will also talk to them about the recent trip that they and a group of other seniors took to Tennessee.
Anikka and Nevaeh, thank you for being here. To start, can you tell us how you're feeling about graduating? Your last day is this Friday, right? Is your last day Friday?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
How do you feel about graduating?
I feel pretty nervous, but also excited because that means that I can move on to a new chapter of my life.
A new chapter? And
Yeah.
what's that chapter going to be like?
I'm probably going to go to college to become a teacher. I don't know exactly what type of teacher I want to be, but like my number one type of teacher I want to become is probably a math teacher.
All right, sweet.
Well, what about you, Anikka?
I'm feeling pretty excited. I'm just excited to start going to college for business.
Business?
Yep, business. Because I just want to open up my own business.
What kind of business?
Nail technician.
What, a nail technician?
Yeah, I do a bunch of nail art every day.
Nail art.
Fun times.
Seeing how I'm a senior myself, I agree with them. I will be starting a new chapter here in my own life. I will be working off my first couple years after high school, joining the military, and then from there on out going to college and figuring out what I want to do in my life.
See, I'm in 10th grade, and I am not graduating anytime soon. All right, let's go.
What has been your favorite part of senior year?
Barely ever coming. No, I'm kidding. I kind of just enjoy how easy it's been. I thought my senior year was going to be like my hardest year, but it ended up probably being my easiest and my best year. And I really just like the advantages that I've had this year that other classes didn't get.
I agree with her too.
Anikka, how long have you been a student at Pantsfia? Who have been some of your favorite and most influential? Who are your favorite teachers? Not favorite teachers. I don't know, people that
Favorite?
made you special. I don't know. I
Your
can't.
parents.
Influential, they influenced me, Max.
Oh, there you go. That's the word.
I've been at the school for 12 years. And a lot of my favorite and influential teachers were some in elementary, such as Mrs. Payne and Mrs. Hart. A lot of them were in middle school, like Mr. Burke, Mr. Pav. They actually taught me a lot more in middle school than the subjects we were learning. I learned a lot about stinky children.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. And Mr. Nowak has been pretty influential. And I'm also going to say Miss Kay. She's not really a teacher, but she's one of the staff members that really helped me out in my high school years.
Nevaeh, you started Pantsfia as a high school freshman. What is something about Pantsfia that you really liked, and why did you transfer here?
I transferred here after my 8th grade year because I went to a school in Hillsdale that only went up to 8th grade, so I had to transfer to a different school because they didn't have a high school education there. And my mom and I didn't like the programs that Hillsdale provided for us, so we came and toured here, and her and I really liked the school. What was the other part of the question? One thing that I really like about Pantsfia is the teachers. They are a really big help, and whenever I ask for help, they always dumb down the problems so I can understand them.
What is something important you've learned during your time at Pantsfia?
People are going to talk about you till the day you die, so you kind of just got to go with the flow. Enjoy your time here while you can. and just stay focused on your sports, studies, whatever. Don't really have time for drama, so, just kind of stay at your head. I don't know how to explain it.
Stay to yourself
I
versus
wouldn't say
go
stay to
out
yourself. I mean, just
versus go
focus.
out and talk to everybody who wants to start drama about every little thing.
I would just say focus on your studies more than what other people want to say about you.
I agree with her, but there's also there's people that you're gonna go work with that you do not like, and in high school there's people that you go to school with that you don't like. So going to work, you're gonna work with people that you don't like, and you're just gonna have to suck it up and deal with it.
Getting through high school can be really tough. What are some things that you did to make it through the hard times?
Went to sleep. No, I'm so kidding.
I ate food anytime I were to get upset because I have a problem with gaining weight. So that's one thing that I knew I could do without really anything happening.
On a serious note, some things I did to get through the hard times. I would just try to get ahead on my work, and then if I'm ahead on my work, just give myself a brain break, maybe stay home, or, just spend the day doing stuff that I like, and talking to people and making new friends. To surround yourself with positivity is some things that really got me through the hard times in high school.
Getting through some of the hard times in high school, I stayed with a group of friends that I knew that I could trust with certain things in my life. So knowing that I had a group of friends that I could trust, and they stayed with me, that I could deal with all the hard times in my life through high school.
Let's talk about your senior trip. Where'd you go?
We went to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Pigeon Forge?
Yes.
Where's that at?
In Tennessee.
Yeah, what
It's
side?
It's in the mountains.
In the mountains.
We also went to Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
Where did you stay during the trip?
We stayed in an Airbnb. It was a log cabin Airbnb. It's pretty cool.
It's like
It had a nice hot tub, a nice pool, had a nice sunset view.
Were there a lot of things to do in Tennessee? Were things scheduled for you, or did you get to pick what things you wanted to do?
I would say there was plenty of things to do in Tennessee. Some days things were scheduled for us, like Ripley's Aquarium and going to the island the next day. Some things that weren't scheduled for us was
Going
me
back
and
to
a
the
group
island.
went to go-karting. We walked around downtown. I went to a couple restaurants. So those are kind of things that they just kind of sprouted us off to do. Especially downtown, we would just meet up back in an hour or two, check in, and then if we had enough time, we would go back.
Did you get to go to Walmart and Target?
No.
No.
We didn't
Plenty
go.
places cooler than Walmart and
Yeah.
Target.
Yeah.
Bro, I want to know what's over there.
Plenty of things.
What was the ride to Tennessee like? How long did it take to get there?
It felt like it took 14 years. I'm being sarcastic when I say that, but it took forever.
It
I was
took
cramped.
around 8 hours to get there in total, plus all the bathroom breaks, probably around 9. But my ride in our car, we were just mostly listening to music, talking. We wouldn't stop as much, but when we did, it was just only for a few minutes. We would just get out, stretch our legs. And
How long was how long was it?
the car ride?
Yeah, hour long. Yeah.
9 hours.
9 hours?
If we didn't stop, it
serious?
would have been about 8.5. But we stopped a couple times to use the restroom, stretch our legs, get something to eat. So it bumped it up to 9 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah, but we had snacks in the car, so whenever we would stop, if you wanted something to eat or drink, you could just go in the trunk and grab something.
Yeah.
What's something you always remember about the trip?
probably all the good memories that I had there. I liked everybody that was in the car with us because they like made the car ride more entertaining, more interesting. Especially Trenton. I was in the car with Trenton on the way down there, and I believe on the way back. Maybe I can't remember.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
in the car with me on the way back. Remember I escaped to A&W and you guys almost left without me?
Yeah, we did almost leave without Trenton because we did not know where he was. We thought he was in the car, almost left.
I would have
Saw him
walked.
coming back.
I would have walked home from Ohio.
And,
That would have been fun.
I think we'd be fine without you.
Yeah, we would have remembered that Trenton wasn't in the car, for sure.
Yeah, they would have called and be like, hey, do you got Trent? No. Oh, he's still at
Knowing
the gas
how
station.
knowing how much you talked, I don't think we would have forgotten you.
Yeah, probably not.
I think something I'll always remember is, like Nevaeh said, probably the memories, but I really enjoyed, waking up every morning, looking at the sky, seeing how pretty it was, but I really liked the freedom that we had, and I really liked the aquarium.
I also
Aquarium
like
was my favorite.
I also like the nature that we were able to see on the balconies out towards the mountains. It was very beautiful.
The Airbnb was
I
very
liked the
beautiful.
food.
Okay.
Would you recommend going on the senior trip to next year's seniors? Do you feel like it was a bonding experience for your classmates?
I feel like some of us bonded better because of that senior trip. The total, I think, 11, 12 that went. I felt like after the trip we all gotten closer, and knowing that we were closer after the trip than we were before, I felt like really set a goal on our friendships in the class.
I would recommend it, but I would also start recommending that you fundraise like crazy.
Yes.
Because if you fundraise, you can go on bigger trips and do more things. And I would
Fundraising
say
is
it was
a very
probably,
big thing.
a bonding experience. I feel closer with some than I did before.
I think it'd be cool to go on one.
Yeah, start
Get
fundraising.
to your senior year.
Start fundraising.
Yeah, start fundraising.
Get that money.
Talk to your classmates and start fundraising, because the more you fundraise, the
The
bigger
farther you can go.
the farther you can go, the more
Who knows, maybe you can go to
activities you
Japan.
can get. You can do stuff like that. So fundraising is a big part of a senior trip.
Yes, it is.
Well, sounds like you guys had fun. Graduation is June 1st. You got any plans after that?
After graduation,
Yeah.
I plan on taking about a semester off so I can decide on what college I want to go to, because my mom told me that she took a gap year and she really struggled trying to go to college afterwards because she was so used to staying home and not going to school. So I'm thinking about taking a semester off, getting a car, getting my driver's license, getting a job, stuff like that, and then trying to decide on what college I want to go to.
I'm going straight into college. I'm doing my 13th year, and I have plenty of classes to be taking, and then I'll also be working at the same time, so I'll be very busy. But I think just kickstarting with the 13th year, it'll help me get to knowing what I really want to do, whether I actually do go into business or if I decide to do something else. It's kind of just something that's going to get me thinking about what I actually want to do for the rest of my life.
After I graduate, I'll be doing a lot of auto body work on my uncle's late 1900 Camaros and his late 1900 Chevy Impala, his LaSalle, and my vehicle. But what would you say you're more excited? Or would you say you're more excited or more scared about graduating?
I would say that I am a mixture of both. I'm excited to graduate, but I'm also scared at the same time because I'm scared that when I graduate, I won't be able to talk to all the friends and all the classmates that I've that I've accumulated over the years, because a lot of the classmates have been a really joy to have the 4 years that I've been here.
I'm gonna bully you for having more money than you. I'm joking. I hope you know
I'm
that.
very excited. I've been here 12 years. I'm ready to go. Ready to go. But kind of nervous because I know that once I get out, then I'll probably miss coming here and seeing my friends every day, but I'm excited because I get to go on and do bigger things than being here. Okay.
This question is for both of you. What advice do you have for students who will enter high school next year?
Your classes matter. Because, like, if you fail a class, you are going to have to, like, continue taking that class over. And it would be kind of embarrassing you being a senior taking a biology class or taking, I would say, like, English 9 at the most. Because you're in a group full of freshly new high schoolers and you're a senior taking a freshman class. But
I failed English 10.
Yeah, like Nevaeh said, your classes matter and your behavior matters as well. Just try to stay on good behaviors and focus on your studies. Don't get into any bad habits. Don't hang around bad influences. And like I said earlier, just don't care what anybody says about you. And your high school years will be awesome.
And it's okay to not have, like, as many friends as you did in 8th grade because you're going to have different groups of friends. You're going to have different friends when you're going through high school. So if, like, a friend drops you, it's okay. You're going to figure out later on who your true friends are and who's not your true friends. So having a big friend group that you had in 8th grade, then going into high school in 9th grade and not having that big group, it's going to be okay at the end.
Yeah, your big groups, most of the teachers won't put up with it. So like I said, be on your good behavior because you won't be in middle school anymore. And you need to just start taking it serious when you enter high school because this will reflect everything.
And if you plan on getting into a good college, then these classes that you take now, they're going to reflect on your GPA, which is going to make your GPA, I believe, drop. Quote me if I'm wrong, but, like, it's going to make your GPA drop, which is going to reflect on how good of a college you can get into.
Ladies, this has been really, really fun podcast. Congratulations on your graduation and best of luck to you.
Thank you. Thanks, Trenton.
You're welcome.
Why did you get out of
Well,
here?
as we end this podcast, do either you have any final thoughts, stories, or memories you'd like to share?
Get out of here, Trenton. Probably my favorite classes is classes that I have with Maya and Quinn. Yes, I know that we're loud and obnoxious in our senior math class, Trenton.
Yeah, and in our 5th hour.
But I feel like the memories that I've made over the school year, I feel like I'm not going to be able to forget for the longest time ever. But
We again thank our guests, Anikka and Nevaeh, and also our audience.
woo!
Ew!
As a reminder, Pantsfee Academy graduation ceremony for the class of 2025 will take place on Sunday, June 1st at the What?
Steuben
County Fairgrounds in Angola, Indiana at 4 p.m. If you haven't yet, you should subscribe to our YouTube channel, Spilling the Tea, a Pantsfee podcast. We don't just post our podcast there. There is also video content we've created and edited there for you to see.
And we're out. Have a great
Have a great
Puma Day.